Now, as we sit here, there's been an announcement that the Secretary of Defense, and it is the Secretary of Defense, Secretary of War does not exist. It's a fantasy, has called every commander, every high level commander from around the globe to Quantico. We don't know exactly why. Um, are you concerned about the further politicization, about a kind of rah-rah political speech or other statements with the military sitting in front of him and or the president of the United States? Are we blurring the distinction between military and civilian political operations?
Sadly, the president blurred a lot of that in his first term. He continues to attempt to politicize the military. And we've seen it when he gives very big political speeches in front of troops on bases. I'm very worried about this. And it puts our military in a really tough position because we have a lot of members, especially some of these admirals and generals who are operating at very high ranks, who have spent their life. They've spent their entire life supporting and defending the Constitution and the people of this country. They have relationships with allies across the world that helps us do just that. And all of that is under threat by Donald Trump. He is making us less safe every single day. And so many of the members of our military are torn. Do I continue working in the military despite a basically unhinged commander-in-chief with the most incompetent secretary of defense our nation has ever seen, who is leaking secure information on Signal, who's showing it to his wife and brother like he's some cool guy, who's denigrating the service of Black people and women, who's erasing the history of women and Black people in service. I mean, doing all of these things that are so incredibly contrary to how our military views these things and how our military views the importance of our all volunteer force and the importance of having every member who can fight and serve do so. To see him degrading that is both undermining the constitutional oaths and heartbreaking to many people. But do you stay? Do you stay and be this credible person in one of the most powerful organizations in our government to try to keep holding the line despite all of this? Or at what point do you become complicit?
Yeah.
And so I don't know what Hegseth has in mind. I think there are a lot of different possibilities here. And I think one of the possibilities is that he wants to require a loyalty oath. And that would be contrary to the values of the United States and the Constitution. People in our military only take one oath, and that's to the Constitution of the United States, not to any one individual, certainly not to the ever incompetent and dangerous Pete Hegseth. That is not how that works. And so I'm worried because certainly I think, no self-respecting Admiral General should ever take that oath. So what does that do to the ranks of our military? Or it might just be a show force for Pete Hegseth, which just undermines the security of U.S. forces around the world, because why do they have to come to Quantico for some, TV episode or something when we have troops stationed across the world that they are, that they are in charge of leading? So we are going to find out, but whatever it is undermining the safety and security of the United States of America. And it is also further politicizing the military in a way that it should never be done.